Welcome to this week's installment of The Passion of the Digital Artist. And here he is, that passionate digital artist himself, Jeff Mueller.
Hey Xavier, how are you doing?
Good, Jeff, how are you?
Great. I miss you guys out there. I definitely do.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yep, it's been 2 weeks, but there's a reason for it being 2 weeks. We're here. Next week we're going to try something different. We're going to try and get out because I need to get out. I've been doing the hermit kind of Irish hitman thing with my hat. Everybody liked the hat forward. I decided to go with that today. But we're here in front of the camera again from the same place that we've been the last 5 video blogs because this is where I've been.
This has been your life.
Pretty much right here. Now, computer art man, I'm a digital artist, so the painting part is only one aspect of what I do. I work in stock photography, and I do photo manipulation and montaging for a photographer in stock photography. And right now that has picked up, so I've been working with that photographer and that's been going good. And then I also have a business where I illustrate, or I'll do artwork, and I also do logos. So I've just finished up a logo that I was working on for a designer. So pretty much right now my life has been get up in the morning, do my 9 to 5, come home, get in front of this, figure out ways to stay up. That's pretty much what it is. I get home and I'm just, it's been in Northeast Ohio this summer, it's been a hot summer. Even when it was starting to cool off, last week it just, at the last half of the week was just a scorcher. Now we've had a couple beautiful days this weekend, but if I don't get in front, I'm pretty much spending most of Saturday and Sunday in front of this computer, and pretty much every day of the week. I try and find little kind of field trips, because then I would just get, I'm fighting burnout, I'm fighting going insane, I'm fighting trying to be nice to everybody I know. I'm fighting a lot of things, but the productivity has been it's been up there. I haven't been feeling like I'm not getting anything done. For instance, this I've gotten by this time next week I should be finished with Serene Marine and on to the next. If you look, what we got is, I'll give you a good feeling. That's the painting part of it. The sky goes fairly quick. I've been working on the sky for probably about a half hour, 45 minutes, and I've covered that amount of paint. But this here, once again, as we look at the water, pretty much the water was a complete cover. Now, we'll go back to this and drop this out. Now I want to show you the initial painting. Here we go. The initial, and we're going to go to a nice view find. But you can see this is what it looks like. I'm going to take it down one more. This is what the area looks like with none of the painting on top. And as you can see, dropping the painting over the top of it, pretty much cover every inch. And a lot of decisions can be made while you're doing the painting. And one of the decisions was if you look, the
ramp
bridge or ramp to the main pier is just not romantic to me. So I'm in the process, I just paint it out. And it's pretty much, you can see over painting, I'm not photographically removing it, I actually paint it out. And that's the kind of stuff, there's a lot of stuff that happens in here where you decide that it probably doesn't belong, you paint it out. And then you go in, and some of the areas where there's a good amount of detail in all the sails and the ropes for the sails, and you got to make that decision on to make them lighter or darker. So there's a lot of decisions that are being made, but because of the fact you're covering pretty much every inch of the painting with paint, I just make them as I go. So I'm really happy with this particular painting. I can't wait to get the acrylic on it once I print it out.
It looks awesome.
Now, that brings me to the other part of what I wanted to cover this week. I wanted to cover, a lot of you have been asking, how do you balance your life? Now, as a fine artist, there's a lot of extra time besides just the painting that goes into this. There's the social media aspect of it, Twittering it, you finish a painting, Facebooking, Tumbling, video blogging, all time-consuming things. Then you're dealing with art openings. You want to get to art openings and have yourself available in the art community. Then there's a lot of research, reading, that type of thing I've been doing. And then you've also got the other part that we discussed earlier, the stock and the logo design. Then I have a family, dogs, and a job. So the key is that I found for balancing, one, my studio's in my house. And I will attest to, at one point, if my full-time job was here, plus I was doing this, I would probably lose my sanity. But having this part of it here in my house is really, I don't miss any meals. My wife needs some laundry brought up. There's a bunch of stuff that happens. Now, so all of this is time-consuming, and then it comes down to time management. I would say most of my productive time is during the evening hours, late night, especially pretty much between 9:30, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 2. But I really can't do the 2 in the morning and get up at 6 very often. Otherwise, pretty much after a couple days of that, I ended up going to bed at 8 o'clock. So there's a lot of time management involved. But what I do, I have a structure set up that I try and do as much family time as I possibly can. When something arises, I'm pretty much there. Then I also incorporate my family into what I'm doing. A lot of times when I'm working and I need reference for photos or photo shoots, I have them help me out, so that's pretty good family time. We're all out there, and my son loves it because I do a lot of food shots with him, and he gets to eat, so we have a good time there.
And Seth does the saxophone lead-in for the blogs also.
Yes, he does. I don't miss his football games. I don't miss his band concerts. I pretty much am a pretty active dad. Since I work with family in my other job, they're pretty lenient, so that if I have to leave a little early here or a little early there to get to a place, for instance, First Friday, or get to an opening on time, they're more than willing to work with me. So the balance is I try and keep that family first in my brain, and then just streamline the time. I guarantee you this, there's not a lot of time for watching TV besides sports, football mainly. Like today, one of the best things I've got going is DirecTV. So I actually had the football games. Packers weren't playing; they won on Thursday night. But I had the football games actually on my computer monitor, small, and had the Red Zone channel on, and it plays all the different games. Just listening to that, paying attention. But I was able to work at the same time. So that's pretty much how I balance out my time. So you got anything else to add this week, Xavier?
No, I think that pretty much nets it out. I can sympathize with you with the time management thing. You work for work, and then you work for yourself. I work for work, take a break, and then continue to work for work.
Exactly.
We've had some insane hours lately, as you're well aware of, but somehow it all gets done. Just remember those three most important words that you can say to your wife at times like that. Let's eat out. Take it easy, folks.